It's your boy Johnny Shreve. I do your promo, Mr. Tell Like It Is. Today, guys, I'm doing a response to the 1,000-pound sisters. Now, Greg's already did a little bit of video on a couple episodes already, and I thought I would jump into it because the clip that I found gives you a lot of teaching points when it comes to people's journey into, fat loss or, body transformation. I watched the clip and I found the conversation between Chris and Tammy to be a very common one. Tammy's gained weight again, and her father Chris is basically fed up. Now, I haven't watched full episodes or whatever. I'm not a fan of these kind of shows. Here's why. When it comes to these shows, it's purely just entertainment and emphasizes more of the person struggling than the person actually winning. The way things are shot, edited, all those things. Same like my videos here. I got 2 editors, and I had my editors do 1 video each, the same video, and they came out completely different because 2 people have the different point of views, perspectives. So when it comes to these kind of shows, I find that the producers and whatnot put it together so it emphasizes more of the struggle, so it makes it a lot more entertaining because we want to see people struggle and fail.
Yeah, that's one fine-looking barbecue pit. Why doesn't mine look like that? Ah!
Instead of being like, here's them actually winning, So I'm not a fan of these shows, that's why I don't really watch it, but I found this clip to be a very good, useful, educational tool. So let's go and dive into this right away. It's only about a 2-minute clip, so.
We've been doing this diet together for months, and your weight has went up instead of down.
First things first, when you have somebody that's in your family doing a transformation, whether it's your spouse, friend, whatever, you have to hold them accountable. When it comes to the overall weight loss and changing your environment, what are the behavioral changes we can do in the house to create success? Who's buying the food in the family? Who's cooking? Right? Because if you have a person in the family, you're not doing the cooking and you're not doing the buying of the groceries, and that person's getting all the things that are contradictory to your goals, you got to make a decision to take over and take that power from them. Now, if you are the person that's doing it, that's all on you. Now, if your partner is the one that's doing it and your partner is actually the one buying the right food and cooking the right food, then you have a really good environment for success. So it's on you always, no matter what, who's buying the groceries or not, to take into account and your accountability to make sure you follow your diet.
You're right, I'm not, because I have a life of my own. But I also know.
But I'm not gonna have y'all attacking him.
I'm not attacking him. I know you love him, fine. And I respect that. But at the same token, he does not need to be your enabler.
He's not. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
The other day I come in here and he cooked a meatloaf the size of this pan for you two.
There you go. So Tammy has a boyfriend that her father thinks is an enabler. Sometimes you gotta call those people out. If you have, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've went through, drug addiction and counseling and everything else. When it came to me being able to leave that life or to be successful, I had to leave the environment. There are a lot of people in my life that were enablers. Myself was the main one. Now, when it comes to your own fitness journey, you have to understand who the people are in your life that are there to help you and who are there to hold you back. Sometimes, unfortunately, the ones that you love the most are the ones holding you back. You have to tell the person that you love, like, listen, I'm serious about this. I want to succeed in this and I need you to help me. On the flip side, if you do not tell that person, that enabler in your life, you're giving that person power. If you want the people in your life to take you serious, you have to be the lead of example. Because no one's gonna trust you, no one's gonna believe you if you're always complaining, oh, my diet sucks, and then, they're cheating, and you want your partner to take you serious, and all they hear is you rambling how much your diet sucks, and how much, you cheat. They're never gonna take you serious. And it's gonna be a revolving door. It's gonna be just like a dog chasing his tail, round and round and round. Because the people in your life that you want to take you serious have to see you take it serious. Let's move on.
Okay, doesn't mean I ate it that day.
Tell me you got a food addiction. Don't sit there and play no bull games with me.
Now, I like this part here because the father called her right out. Now you can see the concern he has with his daughter because when it comes to that kind of, obesity, that is in danger of your health. You will die, period. So
he cannot be your
Is this
enabler.
why we're doing this?
What are you talking about?
This conversation. If this is why y'all are doing it, I'm leaving.
Then leave.
Y'all are yelling.
Ain't nobody yelling here, but you're getting offensive.
Yeah, because y'all blaming him.
Now, this is like a typical, very common thing to do is basically deflect. You know, what do you mean? Are we doing this because you don't like my boyfriend? Are you doing this because you don't like my girlfriend? He's calling her out. Listen, your boyfriend's enabling you. Whether he likes him or not is not the issue. The problem is he's the enabler. And their father sees this because he was an enabler at one point. There's no way his daughters got that big from nothing. The apple falls, doesn't fall far from the tree. Shit rolls downhill. If you see the father and you see the two daughters, they're all obese. So somebody in that family was an enabler from the start. This dad and these kids are trying to stop the cycle because the dad's holding a perfectly healthy baby in his hands that has no issues at all from the get-go. And this is the cycle that they're trying to stop. If you want to actually get to your goals, accountability is number one. You have to be able to sit there, look yourself in the mirror and say, yes, I am the issue. I am the person that has to put my foot down to make sure I get to my goals. No one's going to do it for you. Now, you're not going to be successful right off the bat. And it was the same thing for me when it came through my addiction and through my mental health. It was like, I'm not going to win every single battle all the time. I'm going to win one. And then I'm going to start winning two. Then I'm going to start winning three. And before you know it, I'm winning a majority of the battles until I'm winning all of them. But that's what it takes. It's one step at a time. But the first step is acknowledging you're the person that has to make the change, not everybody else. Then you'll start seeing their surrounding and people around you making that change because they see you do it.
I don't want to talk about it no more.
That's your answer to everything.
This was supposed to be fun, not this bull.
Every time we try to talk to you about anything you don't like, you choose to shut down.
It's my way of not fighting.
Horse ain't nobody here trying to fight. We're trying to talk. We care about you. We want you to be around.
Now, that's just love from a dad, man, straight up. He's calling her out because this isn't fun. Just like this is supposed to be fun. Dieting ain't fun, not right now. Not when you're that big. Of course, it's hard. Now, it doesn't have to be as terrible if you're eating, some pretty good, dense, calorie dense foods. Some, foods from Greg's cookbook for sure. That makes sense. I've seen his cookbook. I'm not trying to promote his cookbook. I actually am trying to promote his cookbook.
Get the friggin' cookbook.
Buy my freaking cookbooks.
I made a friggin' cookbook now, didn't I?
Cookbook 1 or cookbook 2?
Buy my friggin' cookbook.
Do it. You
Cookbook.
need it.
Go buy the friggin' cookbook. Be sure to get my friggin' cookbook. You should buy cookbook 2 if you can afford cookbook 2. If not, get cookbook 1. So what are you waiting for? Go buy it now. Buy the friggin' cookbook. So get one of those books and go get the friggin' cookbook. Buy my friggin' cookbook, trading book.
Buy my freaking cookbook, clearly.
Buy my friggin' cookbook, of course. RadioSet.com to buy my friggin' cookbook and trading book.
Buy my freaking cookbook and trading book.
But when it comes to overall dieting, you don't have to eat the boringest foods.
Ever heard that one before? Ooh, shocker. You know what I think of that chicken broccoli rice? Smash that thing in the garbage. You don't need to eat like that.
I'm a bodybuilder, okay? And we're all led to believe that we have to eat these things. No! That's just like a traditional thing from back in the day that has kept rolling and rolling and rolling. People think that that's how you have to diet. It's calories in, calories out, period. You eat less calories, you lose weight. Eat more calories, you gain weight, period. Dieting isn't easy, but it doesn't have to mean you have to suffer. It can be fun, but it doesn't mean it has to be miserable.
We care about you. We want you to be around. We understand you got a food addiction. Fine. Take and run with the therapy and go. Lose weight.
I never said I wasn't going to talk to a therapy.
You're not?
I never said that.
You didn't. I told you to take the information and work with the therapist and start losing weight. Because if you don't, you're going to be bedridden. And then, like Dr. Proctor said, once you're bedridden, it's game over.
Sometimes the harshest truth is what needs to be said. I've been in some consultations before with people when it comes to dieting. Now, guys, I'm a strength and conditioning coach and a nutritionist, and I'm very successful on both when my athletes do what I tell them to do. And sometimes when I'm in consultations, I have to be completely and utterly honest. Because I'm not gonna bullshit. I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear.
Obviously.
I always tell people, you know, they have issues already. I say, times this issue today by 10 more years. What does that look like? You know, you got diabetes, high blood pressure. Times that by 10 more years not taking care of that. Where are you at? If you do not get healthy, you will die. Plain and simple. And sometimes it takes that for people to sit there and listen. And I'll tell you right now, the biggest thing for me, my biggest crossroad right now is how much more I want to compete. The biggest thing for me is that's it. And I'm a healthy person. But for me to want to compete more and more, I'm going into a place that will put me in jeopardy of living a longer life. And that's any damn sport. I'm at a crossroad, guys. I'm going to be honest. But that's sometimes where you have to go to really make a decision. How much longer do you want to live? My father is coming to those times right now. 82 years old. He's been through a lot. But when I look at him now, I'm like, 82 years old, man. 8 decades. Been through everything in the world to be able to see his kids grow up to have kids. You know what I mean? That's what we want. We want to be in this planet for as long as we can. How do we do that? The only way to live longer is to be healthier. So even myself, being as healthy as I am at the weight, I'm not obese, I'm not morbidly obese or whatever, but I have the same concerns as her father has for her daughter than I have for myself. How long do I want to live? I want to live long. I want to see my daughter get married. I want to, I mean, I want to see her get married, but that dude better be nice because, Papa Shreve might have to.
Who the f*** are you?
I'm Reggie.
I mean, I want to see her get married, but I ain't ready for that, Knobs. Just thinking about that when I was giving me anxiety. High school. Oh, teen years. Jeez. Let's move on to this.
We don't want to lose you. It doesn't matter.
Thank you, baby. I'm going outside. I'll come back and clean the mess up, and I'll leave. I'm not putting up with your ass today. She's gained 100 pounds in the last few months. And if I'm not bringing her the food and Amy's not bringing her the food, then Jerry's got to be bringing it to her because the bitch ain't leaving the house.
Man, sometimes we got to be brutally honest with our loved ones. Whether you're trying to lose weight, put on muscle, whatever it is, the biggest thing we're trying to do is do it as healthy as possible. When it comes down to it, it's literally just quality of life. We need to have those people around us that are brutally honest. We have to. People like myself, Greg, and others out there who are willing to call people out have to be there because no one's going to do it for you. I don't really see too many people, calling people out. I'm not saying you're going to call people out and be mean about it. I got this really cool quote. My cousin said it. And it was basically, the pains to change is hard. It's painful. It's painful to change. But it's nowhere near as painful as staying the same. Think of that. Anyway, guys, hope you liked the video. If you did, man, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this channel, guys. And for coaching, johnandshreeve.com. If you want to know how I coach, guys, you can book phone consults, 50 minutes or 30 minutes. You ask me anything you want, pertains to coaching, whatever you want. Whatever it is, we'll talk. And at the end of that, if you feel like you want to continue with coaching, I deduct that from any package you choose. Anyway, guys, follow me on Instagram at _JohnandShreeve_. And man, check out my gym, Impact Fitness 56. Anyway, guys, you know what it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.